When David offered his umbrella to a homeless woman one stormy night, he thought it was just a moment of kindness. But years later, when tragedy struck his family, that same woman appeared again, only this time she was wearing a nurse's uniform. What happened next would prove that one small act of compassion can echo for a lifetime. The city was drowning in rain. Cars hissed ass as puddles exploded under their wheels, and people rushed under umbrellas like ghosts fleeing the storm. David Turner stood outside a pharmacy, shaking his head. The shelves were empty of antibiotics, the one medicine his 6-year-old daughter Emily desperately needed for her fever. He sighed, pulling his coat tighter. Across the street, under a flickering lamppost, sat a woman curled up beneath a plastic sheet. Her clothes were soaked, her fingers trembling around a cardboard sign that read, "Just need shelter tonight." David hesitated. He only had $20 left until payday, and every cent was for Emily's medicine once it restocked. But as lightning cracked across the sky, the woman coughed, a deep, painful sound. He walked over, holding his umbrella above her. "Hey," he said gently, "you'll catch pneumonia out here." She looked up. Her eyes were a dull green, the kind that had seen too many closed doors. "Rain doesn't care about people like me," she muttered. David smiled faintly. "Well, I do." He handed her his umbrella and his jacket. "Here, there's a diner down the block. Tell them David sent you. They'll give you a hot meal." The woman stared at him, speechless. Why? Because kindness doesn't need a reason. She whispered her name before he left. Marie. Days passed. Emily recovered slowly, and life returned to its quiet rhythm. David forgot about the encounter, just another good deed lost in the noise of survival. Years went by. David worked double shifts as a mechanic. Emily grew into a bright, fearless teenager. They didn't have much, but they had each other. Then one winter night, fate came roaring back. Emily was on her way home from school when a truck lost control on the icy road. By the time David reached the hospital, the world felt like it had stopped spinning. He rushed to the emergency room doors, his hands shaking. A nurse intercepted him, her face calm but urgent. "Sir, please wait here. Your daughter is in surgery." He barely registered her words, just her eyes. They were green. He blinked. "Marie?" She froze, then smiled softly. "David Turner, you gave me your umbrella." Marie explained in quick breaths. "After that night in the rain, the diner owner helped me get a job washing dishes. From there, I saved enough for community college, then nursing school. I wanted to help people the way you helped me. I never forgot." Tears filled David's eyes. "And now you're saving my daughter?" Marie gripped his hands. "Emily's strong. She'll make it, I promise." Hours crawled by. The waiting room buzzed with quiet dread. Finally, the surgeon emerged. "She's stable," he said. "She's going to be fine." David exhaled a sob of relief. Through the glass window, he saw Marie by Emily's bedside, adjusting her IV with steady hands, a faint smile on her lips. Later, when Emily woke, David told her everything. "Dad," she whispered weakly, "so kindness comes back?" He nodded. "Always. Maybe not how you expect it, but always." Months later, when Emily returned to school, David visited the hospital to thank Marie. But she had already moved on. No one knew where. She'd left only an envelope with his name. Inside was his old umbrella, cleaned and neatly folded. Taped to it was a note in elegant handwriting. "For the man who shared his light in the storm, may it keep shining for others. Marie." Years passed again. Emily became a paramedic. she carried that same umbrella in her rescue kit, calling it her lucky charm. One night, during a flash flood, she pulled a man from a submerged car, wrapping him in her jacket, whispering words her father once used. Kindness doesn't need a reason. And somewhere beyond the rain, a woman with green eyes smiled.